Girl, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for 2 years now, but I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what people are wanting to watch from me. I know, girl, he really does not align with where I'm going and who I'm becoming, but I see the potential, so maybe I should stick around. I know that this project for work is paying my bills, but I am so unsatisfied. Hello loves, welcome back to my channel. It is the creator here, Azuri Nicole, and today we're going to be talking about the power of deciding. It's quite liberating when you feel you have choices and options and the freedom to just do what you feel you desire in the moment. When we're talking about the long-term game, that requires intentionality, discipline, and a clear focus. Usually when we have choices, we have time to spend, time to be unintentional, time to be frivolous. And when we lock in, when we're intentional, when we decide to lock in on ourselves, and we decide to be intentional, when we decide not to play small, when we decide to step into our power, we are literally allowing our reality to reflect back to us what we've always known about ourselves. Now, this isn't some clickbait video where I'm gonna tell you all you have to do is decide that you are a millionaire today and then tomorrow check your bank account to see the $1 million. Child, no. But the sole purpose of this video is to get you to see that once you start taking those necessary steps towards the life that you envision, or the person that you want to become, or the person in the life you want to envision, there is one thing that is the catalyst that actually gets you into that reality. And it's a what? Bingo. It's a decision. Because I'm super big on etymological meanings of words nowadays, the word decide is actually a Latin root, and it originally was pronounced decidere or decidere, which means to cut off all other options. The word de meaning off and away, and sadiere means to cut or strike. In ancient times, the idea was that when you decided or made a decision, you were essentially cutting off all other possibilities and alternatives and focusing on one clear path. The word itself, spiritually, vibrationally, and energetically, holds way more weight than a choice or just choosing. The word choice or choosing gives you an underlying belief that you have more options, you have more time. It gives you a little bit of freedom, of course. But deciding has more of a non-negotiable frequency. It has more of a final, all plan A, no plan B. And that is the mindset we must have when it comes to goals, boundaries, access. It's a universal term for all lanes of life. It could be the simple things down to making a decision to be consistent in how you show up in the world, or making a decision to show up and be on time from here on out, or even making a decision to no longer tolerate disrespect from those around you, even if they're considered loved ones. Every decision that you are committing to is going to show itself in your reality. The first step in even grasping the concept on what you want to attract or what you want your reality to look like is to get crystal clear on what it is you want and what it is you desire. Getting clear for you can be in one area of your life or all areas of your life. But just remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So the standard that you hold for yourself in that one area, or even lack thereof, is going to transition and translate into all other areas of your life. For example, if you desire to have a fit gym body or a fit gym physique, and you truly do want this body, you desire this body, but for some reason you haven't made that decision to actually take the action to acquire the physique that you desire. We have to move from the desiring and wanting frequency to the deciding frequency. I've already made the decision that I'm going to have this body by doing these steps. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to make sure that I'm consistent. These are the actionable steps that I am committing to taking, regardless of how long it takes. Or if you're someone who wants to attract a healthy relationship, a healthy friendship, but you're still entertaining Mr. and Mrs. Toxic. You're still surrounding yourself around people who gossip all day. You're still surrounding yourself around people who aren't putting your spirit at ease. Moving out of what you want to what you truly are deciding is what's going to allow you to finally walk that path of that desired reality. The second thing is committing to the decision, not the idea of it. You're leaving absolutely no room for maybe or later, or maybe I'll try this, or I'll have room for doubt here. No. Girl, y'all, the decision has already been made in the cosmos. You need to start moving with the end in mind, moving backwards from the desired reality that you actually already have. You are just collapsing time to get there. Think of you deciding now as the handshake and agreement that you've made with your future self. The third thing is accepting responsibility for your choices. In this life, our realities are simply reflections of our choices, and rarely ever our decisions. I've been through this loop several times where I'll pick up a hobby, I'll pick up a habit, I'll pick up an avenue to explore, I'll pick up a new business venture to do, I'll try something out, and then I won't stick with it because I had made it a choice. I didn't make a decision on those things. I chose to act on this. I chose to maybe pursue this business venture. Choice leaves room for doubt. Choices leave room for other options. Accepting responsibility for your choices also gives you that leverage and that allowance to actually change your life. When you're no longer pointing the finger at circumstances and other people, and you point the finger at yourself and look at yourself in the mirror, you can now take full accountability and full action to actually change what you created. And honestly, by the time we get to the point where we're no longer accusing and blaming other people, we're fed up anyways. The fourth thing is realizing that when you do make a decision, it will take time. So focus on the journey. As I mentioned before, you are truly the only person that knows what your desired reality looks like and what your future self deserves and what your future self desires. So the time span from where you are and how you're going to get there is totally subjective. However, if you are deciding that you are going to be the first millionaire and billionaire in your family, give yourself grace when it comes to how you're going to get there and you embodying that identity of a billionaire. It is not going to happen overnight. However, the beauty in making that decision finally to go after what you know you are deserving of, that is going to allow you to develop self-trust and the micro habits that it takes to actually get to that desired reality, which hence again, it's about the journey. Don't get so caught up on the time and how long it's going to take you to achieve the goals. Everybody has their own path, everybody has their own timeline. Last but certainly not least, the world responds to decisions, not choices. The universal law of correspondence says, as above, so below, as within, so without, which means your outer world or outer reality is simply a reflection of your internal or inner reality. Which means if you are still tossing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks, that is a level of uncertainty that the world is going to reflect back to you. When there's uncertainty, there is no confidence. And when there's no confidence, there is no belief. And when there's no belief, there is no action. And when there's no action, there's nothing to support. It all starts with self. I love the phrase and quote, a man who chases two rabbits catches none, because it's so true. If your mind is scattered with so many different distractions, so many things to choose from, so many business ventures, so many things that you want to start, so will your results be. If you are unorganized internally with your decisions, that will also show up in your business. Your business will also be unorganized. As within, so without. Or even on the opposite side of that spectrum, if your mind is programmed to believe that you only deserve a man who breadcrumbs you, you only deserve a woman who is very inconsistent, you will only mirror and attract that very person that proves and confirm that belief. Your reality is simply a mirror of your programs. And once you decide to hop into a new reality, hop into a new timeline, your reality will mirror your new program, will mirror your new beliefs, will mirror your new decisions. You are already which you want to be, but your refusal to believe it is the reason why you cannot see it. Neville Goddard. Remember that your decisions start with inner conviction first, and that the world is waiting to call you what you embody. You are the artist. You are the model. You are the entrepreneur. You are the business mogul. You are the CEO. Whatever your desired reality looks like and whoever you desire to be in your desired reality, the world is waiting to call you that. But it starts within. You know, personally, I actually recently had to do a friend inventory check. I had to do an audit on my life. Who's in my life that I'm giving access to and they haven't earned it? Or who's in my life am I giving access to people who actually aren't pursuing any goals, actually aren't pursuing anything that makes them better, that challenges them, that pushes them over the edge to become the person that they desire to be. And I really had to make some tough decisions. I had to sever ties with certain people. I had to sever ties with certain people that I was building relationships with because they simply didn't align. And that was my decision. I stuck to that and I committed to that decision because I'm all about growth. I'm all about wanting to get to my desired reality at any cost. And it's not necessarily about being harsh and just being this cold-blooded person that's like, oh, because we don't align, I just instantly have to sever the tie. If this person is showing effort and showing growth and is wanting to actually build with you, that's a different story. But if you're around 7, 8 weed heads and you don't smoke and you're making the decision to not smoke, there's gonna be a tough conversation. All in all, what I'm saying, you guys, is truly bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. The lifestyle, the desired reality that you already have, it's just in a different timeline, is waiting on you to make a decision. You are a decision away. You are a decision away. Decision, decide means to cut off all options and all other alternatives. No plan B, all plan A. And if you do fail, it's a lesson. It's a lesson learned. There's never a loss in this life. Choose yourself. Decide that you're going to choose yourself, but decide that you are going to become the person you've always told yourself that you were going to be. You are who you say you are. You are exactly who you think you are. And with so much love, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.